Hello, people, and welcome to the Organised podcast. I am Kevin Smith, and I'm here with Sean Reidy and Christian Broderick. Say hello.
Yeah, Ireland's
Hee-ho.
worst podcast. I hope not.
Well, we have more
That's a joke that people aren't going to get for 2 weeks, but whatever.
Yeah.
We have new subscribers in the form of anime trash.
Oh, yeah.
How are you?
Scare them all off.
Yeah.
Hello, people.
Fuck off. All your shit but JoJo is bad. And Persona, I guess. That's good. I can kind of respect Gundam designs. I can't be bothered to watch it. Like, as someone who likes JoJo, there's too much of that.
So, first up on the news thread this week,
the agenda.
The PS Plus.
PS4 Pro.
Or whatever.
The PlayStation 4 Pro.
Fuck you, it's been a long week.
So it's a PlayStation 4, but it can do the 4K.
Which is pointless, I guess, because no one has a 4K TV.
Yeah, no one has. I don't care at all. It's €400. It's got 3 tiers, like in the design, and it plays some games slightly nicer, and upreses to 4K.
Meanwhile, I'm playing my PS2 game on my PS3 console.
Yeah. This announcement has been like, oh, I should get a PC, because like, if I have that amount of money, what am I gonna do? Buy a 4K TV, a PS4, or just buy
a scholarship?
Buy a fucking PC. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna work towards a PC after the NX, obviously. Speaking of the NX, fucking
I'm not gonna be getting the NX until at the very earliest start of 6th year, and I won't be able to play it at all.
Yeah, I'm getting it launch, so
I won't be able to afford it.
I'm not going to buy any consoles ever again.
I mean, there aren't going to be any new consoles ever again after the NX, probably.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because Nintendo will die, and it'll just be the PS4 and the Xbox One forever.
Just as it should be.
What fresh hell is this? Speaking of Nintendo and things I don't care about, separately, they are now combined. They are now combined into one with Super Mario Run for iOS. Do you guys care?
No. Not
no.
And it also costs a tenner.
Maybe. I don't know.
If it actually costs money.
I haven't. It does cost money. It's free to start, and then it'll charge you for the full thing.
No, I mean more like in the. Oh fucking hell!
Hey, it's not me for once, guys.
Yeah.
No, I mean more in the sense that like. All right, I have to go. Someone's at my door.
Oh god.
Yeah.
You guys carry this conversation.
I wonder who it could be.
Yeah, I mean, who's knocking at that door? You know, this could be. It's the Shimigami Tinsy man. He's come to take your soul. It's just Atlas, like, you're enjoying our games, and you are European. This is it. You're done. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how I got into JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So yeah, Mario Run. I don't care, but I also recognize that.
I don't know why.
But I also recognize that this funds the bullshit 3DS JRPGs that I enjoy. So, you know, I mean, they're not going to be 3DS JRPGs. They're going to be NX JRPGs, maybe, if the NX ever comes out.
Which it probably won't anymore.
No, yeah, I mean, everyone on the subreddit is like, it's got to be announced before TGS, guys. It's got to be announced before TGS, and like, TGS starts on Wednesday.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Well, that's surprise. What they call direct.
Yep. So, I'm looking forward to TGS a lot because it's gonna have no, because we're getting to see what Japan does with VR, other than the Dead or Alive team. Thank God.
Oh yeah, Gun Gal VR. I'm buying that shit.
Oh yes, that's.
What was that
I'm not going to be
noise?
surprised. That was just me sighing. It's just like
Yeah.
I'm not going to be surprised.
Erotically.
All right, Reidy.
I'm not going to lie. I was on the Japanese PSN and I downloaded that demo,
Oh,
the Galgun demo,
really?
and I was like, "What
Really?
the?" Like it doesn't. It doesn't play well. There isn't in English. It doesn't play well. It doesn't play well.
Did you play a demo of P5?
I have not, because there is not one.
Oh.
Remember when I thought there was going to be a P5 demo? And then, yeah, remember when they announced the P5 demo touring across Japan? I hope they released that demo. Yeah, I hope that's in the TGS P5 announcement, because for some reason there are going to be P5 announcements at TGS.
I will make a Japanese account specifically so I can listen to that Palo team, but I'm not buying the Japanese version of the game, and neither should you.
Well, I already have a Japanese account and have for years, because I wanted to download a free-to-play Gundam game on the PS3, which was worth it. It was a pretty fun game. Yeah, I'm all set. I mean, for nothing. I'm not going to do anything. Why would I do anything? No doing anything for me. No.
Oh look, Pyrojacks.
Yeah, Mario, and the thing about the Mario Run announcement that got to me was that Fire Emblem and Animal Crossing have been delayed to quarter one 2017. And I was excited for those, actually.
Well, you would be.
I am still. Those are two series that will work incredibly well on mobile, depending on how they go with it.
I hate these fucking demons.
Christian is playing video games, because why would he be?
Look, this is a special mention. This is a special mention. This is the third demon that has taken my stuff and just walked off in a row.
Yep.
Are you
That's a real Shin Megami Tensei game.
Are you replaying Shin Megami Tensei?
No, this is the first time playing SMT3. Nocturne, or Lucifer's Call, as it is called here.
I love that name. So bad.
Again.
What?
The toaster shit, it's happening again, and this time I'm gonna be here for it.
There
There
are no toasters in
I know, but something
SMT3.
worse is gonna happen. He'll find something worse.
Well,
It's a very... Normal SMT is very different to Persona, Kevin.
not really. I mean, a lot of things in this game are very similar to Persona.
I mean, story-wise. I mean, story-wise and character-wise.
I wouldn't even, I'm 15 hours in. There isn't really a story. It's just a demon going around talking to demons.
Yeah, and then he fights a disco ball. Sorry, spoilers.
Oh yeah.
The final boss is a disco ball, guys.
The Kata thing.
Isn't it like Kimi?
I'm not going to bother pronouncing it.
Yeah, it's a good game, probably. I've bought it. I played the intro. I'm gonna get to it after Persona 2 and after Deus Ex Human Revolution, and after what else am I playing? Fucking Nier, and after Fire Emblem Fates.
All right, guys. I'm
playing too many video games.
A little interaction here.
Yeah.
Oh god.
This guy's asking for 400 of my cash. Should I give it to him?
Yeah.
Probably.
Alright.
You probably need to.
All right. He wants a lifestyle.
No, Kevin, you don't understand SMT negotiation. Basically, imagine Undertale, but replace all the bullet hell shooter stuff when you try to talk with bullshit randomness.
Yeah.
It's great. It's great.
All right, I'm giving the lifestyle.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. That reminds me. I was in GameStop yesterday, and my brother wanted me to recommend a game to him, and I was like, you could play Shovel Knight, and he was like, oh yeah, but I don't really like that type of game, you know, like I don't. It's like Undertale, isn't it? And I was like, wait, what? No, no, they're completely different games.
Alright, I got Pyro Jack. Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Like Undertale and Thing, they're some of the furthest things from each other you could get. Like, I think the only reason he thought they were similar was because they were both in retro art styles.
Yeah, even though. Yeah, moving on in the news. Back to the PS4. Andrew House has said that the PS4's main competitor is the PC and not the Xbox. Yeah.
Interesting.
I can, as someone who is buying a PC because of the PS4 Pro, yeah. That makes sense. I mean, because who's buying Xboxes other than, I mean, there's one in my house. I didn't buy it, but it's in the house. It's in another room. My brother enjoys it. But like, who's really buying them? Like, what are the sales figures at this point?
I don't know.
That's what I was going to check. Fucking fill the air while I look for that.
So Christian, how was your first full week in fifth year?
Stupid. This is stupid. I don't like it. I just want to play SMT.
Yeah, I mean, once you get to SMT4, you can just do it right there, and you'll be fine.
I'll just bring it to my exam.
Yeah, you know? Like, what are you doing? You can't bring it in there. But I've got to punch God in the face.
I learned to punch God in the face. Guy learned some.
This is from May 26th, and it's saying that the page is loading. Where is it? I think this article says the fucking article has things aren't looking good for the Xbox One, and then it just says the PS4 sales. For fuck's sake. Jesus. This one's from April 22nd. My birthday. Good. Happy birthday to me.
Is that what you do every birthday? Happy birthday to me.
Yeah,
Happy
I saw,
birthday to me, and then cries.
I saw Jungle Book this year. That was pretty fun. It's a good film. It's got Christopher Walken as a giant monkey, and he sings.
My dad saw that. On the plane.
It's good. It's a very good film.
He seemed to enjoy it.
Yeah,
he had the usual comments of commenting on CG. Like whenever we see a film,
it's very good CG.
Yeah, but whenever we see like an Avengers film, like there's the classic dad quote of the film was good, but the effects were a bit much.
No, I don't think they are in Jungle. Like in Jungle Book, it is essentially Jungle Book is an animated film.
Yeah, like, so how could the effects not be a bit much?
Like it is an animated film with one live action character, essentially. But what was it? 18 million as of April, which is PS4 is currently at around 40 million.
Huh.
So yeah.
And what's the Wii U at? Like 3?
10 million?
Haha.
I think. I don't know. I feel like that was it. It was at 8 like years ago, and I assume it's not much bigger now.
Oh yeah, because what's it playing Wii?
Well, Mario Kart 8 has sold 7.7 million, and I remember something about that game having like a 1 to 2 attach rate, like half of Wii U owners own it. So at least 15 million. Maybe. Oh, actually.
Oh shit.
That's probably more then.
Yeah.
Do like a 3/4 of Wii U owners own Mario Kart 8?
I do.
I did, but my copy broke. Like it was a weird defect, which I've had happen with 2 Wii U games. It happened with that in 3D World.
Oh shit!
Like They weren't scratched or anything. They just stopped working.
I can't see. Sales.
Sales.
Sales
80
80
13 million. Wow. Yeah, 13 million.
Wow. So the. Huh.
Yeah.
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 There's an odd thing about Nocturne. You know, like spells like Agi, Agilio, and Agidine.
Yeah.
They don't increase in MP amount. You don't like the amount that you cost doesn't really increase. It's
Yeah, I
weird.
noticed. Actually no, I think they changed that in SMT4.
Well, it was 3 before, and now it's only 6 for some reason.
Yeah.
You know you're doing something wrong when like your console is closer in sales to the Wii U than it is to your competitor.
Yeah. So yeah, that's actually really bad for the Xbox because the Xbox is actually like a capable video games machine for games that are not made by Nintendo. Like, how many great games not made by Nintendo are there on Wii U? Like, Bayonetta, Wonderful 101.
Alright, guys, I'm going to trust you guys with a very important decision.
Oh fuck.
I need you guys to think about this. Demon is apparently trying to change one of my skills. I don't know which skill it is, and if it's an important one, I'm fucked.
Yeah. Don't. I never do that. I never did that in 4, so yeah, don't.
Well,
Don't. Just don't.
Yeah, but it
That's
could
it.
be really good.
Don't. Do not do that. That is
Why?
as simple as it gets. Do not.
Yeah.
And please repeat that
What if
exact.
once-
Please repeat that exact argument to me on Wednesday.
What argument?
I just.
Oh yeah,
I'm worried.
P5.
Yeah. I'm worried. So let's move on with the news. Yakuza 6 has a blowout in an issue of Famitsu. A lot of that stuff's really interesting. The cam girl stuff, maybe not so much. But it's gonna have they're just flat out arcades in Yakuza games, and like Yakuza 5 had a full version of Virtua Fighter 2 with online, and it had Taiko Drum Master, which was really cool because Taiko Drum Master never comes out outside of Japan, and it's a fun series, so you get to play a little bit of that. And now Yakuza 6 is going to include a full PS4 version of Virtua Fighter 5 in it,
Wow.
which is kind of insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's also going to include Puyo Puyo.
Oh.
Yeah, not Puyo Puyo Tetris, but just Puyo Puyo.
Which is
Puyo Puyo
Oh,
Tetris
really?
is...
that
What,
is
normal?
more than enough reason to buy any game.
Yeah, Puyo Puyo Tetris is caught up in licensing stuff because the Japanese and Western Tetris rights are in different hands.
I don't know
Sega.
why. I don't know why I was reminded of this, but fun fact: Double Dragon is actually really fun on
iOS?
arcade.
Oh, okay. What do you mean on arcade? Did you
On
play it
arcade
in arcade?
machine. I did.
I would. Most arcade games that are good at home tend to be even more good on an arcade machine.
Tetris is way harder though.
Yeah, I can. Oh, some of those fucking arcade Tetris machines they have in Japan are insane. Like, Japan makes better Tetris games. That's just it.
Okay, guys.
Like no, objectively, because think, what are the good versions of Tetris? The fucking
Tetris
crazy,
DS.
the crazy Capcom ones, Puyo Puyo, and Nintendo Tetris. Whereas, think of Western Tetris, and you think Tetris Ultimate for PS4 that came out and had frame drops in fucking Tetris.
How do you do that? How do you fuck up?
It was something to do with Uplay.
You can run Tetris flawlessly in JavaScript in browser.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if I asked him, Calum could make me Tetris in JavaScript.
Yeah.
How the
and also
frame drop?
there's a really weird little Japanese Tetris game that I don't even know who made it. And it's called Tetris Battle Gaiden. I don't know how the term Gaiden applies to Tetris, because
What does Gaiden mean?
there isn't.
What does it mean?
It means side story.
This is such epic lore.
By
Yeah, the epic
bulletproof
Tetris lore.
by bulletproof
the
software.
So just
what's
call
the,
it Battle. Just call it Battle Tetris, and it's really cool and weird and like
Yeah,
it's
so
basically a fighting game.
The L block were race annihilation, but then the other blocks said no.
These guys have done tons of Tetris games.
Which
They've done Super Tetris 2, Super Tetris 3, Tetris for Game Boy, Tetris for the Famicom,
Who are we
Tetris
talking
Party,
about?
Tetris Plus, Tetris S, Tetris Stars, the new Tetris.
Yeah,
The
Tetris is a good
Tetris.
fun. Turns out Tetris is a really good video game.
Oh,
Some might say
shit.
the best.
So like
I-
this
I-
company,
Alright, guys. Alright.
this
Look.
company has been
Tetris,
made Tetris non-stop.
You guys basically said to me that Tetris is the shit. So what I did was I went online and I looked up Tetris for the DS, and
Yeah.
it looks really interesting. The touchscreen shit is absolute horseshit, but you know,
Yeah,
it's
Tetris DS is one of the best ones. Like, by far. It is the best normal Tetris you will find. Whereas other shit is like, what the fuck is going on? How did they make Tetris this cool? Tetris DS is like, they took Tetris and just made it... They just made a really good Tetris. With a bunch of Nintendo stuff in it.
What makes the other Tetrises bad Tetris?
Just like... Well, in Tetris Ultimate, just being boring in comparison to, like, crazy Japanese Tetris.
Well, what's
Pretty
so
much.
good about like Tetris DS?
Tetris DS it's just a good one. It's got a bunch of modes. It's got Nintendo stuff. I don't know the extent
You're
of
being
the
very
Nintendo
vague.
stuff. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I am. Like, there's a feel to it. But obviously Puyo Puyo is the best one. I haven't even played it, but like looking at it, I'm like, yeah, no, this is probably the best one. I should really import that at some stage. I've been saying I will for like 3 years.
really do me a favor. Don't remove the word import from your dictionary.
Oh yeah, Thomas.
Oh, no, but this
told
this
me
one's
that
fine,
he's.
though.
Thomas told me that you've been spotted several
I have
times
not.
with your finger
I
over
have
the
not.
P5
I have not.
button.
I've joked about that. I've only actually looked at it once.
That's a lie.
Yeah, that's a lie.
In school, it's the truth. But what was I fucking saying? Yeah, Puyo Puyo Tetris. That's like a fine import game because it's just like the menus are in Japanese and the rest of the game is Tetris. Like, you're fine to import that, and it's pretty cheap nowadays. I think you can get it for €20 import, maybe 30. I forget. It's one of them, and by all accounts, it is a fantastic Tetris. You know, it's Tetris. It's fucking Tetris. And yeah, Yakuza 6 looks cool. It's gonna have Beat Takeshi in it. You know,
What?
of challenge fame.
Oh no.
Oh,
yeah. Beat Takeshi's triumphant return to video games.
Yeah, the long-awaited return from the Famicom days.
Yeah, he's acting in it because, you know, he's actually a good actor rather than video game designer. So,
What are you talking about? My favorite video game mechanic is divorcing my wife.
yeah. No, don't you hit her?
What?
Do you hit her? In,
Did you hit her?
or do you hit your children? It's been a while since I've seen it.
No, he hit some. That's not something you have to complete the game. You just can't.
Okay. I
For
forget.
some reason, you can.
Yeah. Moving swiftly onwards.
Yeah, Rudy, you don't have to hit your wife and kids.
I've never played it. I've just seen. I couldn't remember from what I've seen of it. Moving on swiftly onwards. CD Projekt Red has entered full production on Cyberpunk 2077, and it has more staff right now than The Witcher 3 did at its busiest period. And I am quite happy about this. So, Cyberpunk 2077 is it's a game by The Witcher guys, as I made pretty clear there. It's the Fallout to the Elder Scrolls of The Witcher. It's a sci-fi cyberpunk game in 2077, I assume. And the thing about it is that they announced it, I want to say like 3 years ago now, with a awesome CGI trailer with the promise of coming when it's ready. Not
Oh, I remember this.
failing to mention the fact that they had not started making it yet, and would not start to make it for another 2 years.
Oh, Lord. Don't you just love when that happens, really?
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Kojima. Yeah, 3 years ago on 10th of January 2013. 3.5 years. I've been waiting for this game to start production. Oh well. That'll be good. I didn't really get into Witcher. I think a lot of that was bitterness about it not being cyberpunk. So, because I think they may have actually announced that game before they announced Witcher 3. I think... I'm not 100%, but I think they may have done that. The bastards.
100%, but they may have done it.
Yeah. So, there was a man claiming to be an MGS5 developer on 4chan the other day.
Well,
Yeah. So.
can I just claim to be an MGS5 developer on 4chan and say...
No, it made a lot of sense.
Anything to think
it
about,
was.
so you know what to talk about it.
You know how when a rumor, the more tedious a rumor is, the more believable it is. Yeah, this is a pretty fucking tedious one. So apparently, the reason MGS5 wasn't finished was because Konami. I mean, I don't. Capcom didn't help. But Konami would not let Kojima Productions cancel the PS3 and 360 version of the game, which is apparently the reason it wasn't finished. Apparently, from what they said, about a year before the game was released, the Fox engine was a fucking mess. It wasn't running well on the PS3 and 360. I assume this was before Ground Zeroes came out.
Thanks, Fox Engine. You're not shitting on us.
Yeah, so MGS5 got fucked by Fox optimization, apparently. Which, now I kind of see why Kojima is spending so much time looking for an engine.
Because the last one made his game be unfinished.
Yeah, he claims that there were 5 chapters of the game. Yeah. There was, and Chapter 3 was triggered by nuclear disarmament.
Wait,
so,
what?
I don't know. Yeah.
That's no.
Still hasn't happened. Yeah.
That's not going to happen.
It definitely won't now because there's no reason to.
Yeah,
but
also
he said there would be an area in Russia in Chapter 4.
What?
Yeah. So Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. Chapter 1 was pretty much intact. Chapter 2 would have had less filler. Chapter 3 would have been still in Afghanistan and Africa. Then the end of Chapter 3 was going to be the Camp Omega thing.
Oh.
I think. And, yeah, that got cut because it was just after a certain point where they started cutting stuff. Then... Chapter 4 was a Russian base.
Russian.
I mean, hopefully it would have been Grosnograd. I mean, not hopefully, because I don't want to live in that world where that didn't happen. I mean, we do live in that world where that didn't happen, so whatever. And then part 5 would have been building Outer Heaven.
Wouldn't part 5 be
chapter
Black
5.
Boy thing?
What?
Wouldn't part 5 be what what was it? The fly thing?
What?
The thing where Liquid takes the Metal Gear.
Maybe. No, that would have been in chapter 2. Apparently that was going to be mission 46 or something like that. I don't know. No, that would have been mission 45, I think, in place of Truth. I don't know. It's confusing.
Yeah.
Outer Heaven is the place in MGS1, yeah.
And Metal Gear 1.
Yeah, which is...
but he says the game wouldn't have actually gone up to Metal Gear 1, it just would have been building Outer Heaven. Like you would move from Mother Base to Outer Heaven in chapter 5.
They wouldn't have done the whole big bosses and big boss thing?
No, they would have. Because Venom's still built.
Then why is Outer Heaven...
Spoilers for Phantom Pain. If you care, you've probably already played it. Whatever.
It's a year ago, really, a year.
I know it was a year ago. Don't remind me it was a year ago.
Oh god, we've been doing this for a year.
Yeah, longer.
Much longer.
Persona 5 had just been shown for the first time when we started doing this.
Well, listen, really, if why would Outer Heaven need to be moved if Big Boss is in a different location?
No, Venom moved from Mother Base to Outer Heaven, and Venom built up Outer Heaven. Meanwhile, Big Boss was building up Zanzibar Land.
Well, yeah, but... Oh, when you said Mother Heaven, I thought you meant, like...
Yeah, I said Mother Base, and then they moved to Outer Heaven.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
It's fucking confusion. There's so many heavens.
Yeah. No. There's just Mother Base, Outer Heaven. And then there's Outer Haven, but Outer Haven's really dumb.
Outer Haven is the best part of MGS4.
Yeah, it is, but, I mean, it's still dumb. Actually, no, I hate... Like, the only piece of actual gameplay, like, stealth gameplay in that act sucks. Like, the rest of it's really good, but none of it's stealth. Like, you know the part I'm talking about, right, Christian? Like, right when you land, and, like, there are fucking geckos everywhere.
And you have to do a switch, yeah, I know.
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
I glitched through the door for that.
Cool. That's a good way to get through it.
The best way to get through.
And then the rest of it's pretty good, like story-wise. Yeah, MGS4 has some glaring problems. It's probably it is the worst in the series.
Yeah.
Are you going to argue that? No.
Nope.
It's the one I didn't finish.
I mean, that's because cutscenes-wise, it's like 15 hours, right? Something like that. And also it has the least, like, interesting Easter egg codex, and, well, I mean, it has more than MGS5.
MGS5
does it even?
No, it has none whatsoever.
I mean, MGS4 has, like, it has the one where Hal calls Snake the shit, and that's it. And the one where he's like, Snake, put in the second CD. I mean, wait, oh shit, we're on PS3. Blu-ray!
Yay!
Isn't technology amazing?
Especially when the game's finished.
What an age we live in, Snake. And Act 3 is the worst part of the series. Like, no question.
Nope.
Worse than grinding out. Worse than Chapter 2 of MGS5, and worse than Chapter 5 of Peace Walker. Will you agree on that, Christian?
Worse. Repeat it?
Act 3 of MGS4 is worse than MGS5 Chapter 2 and the endgame Peace Walker, like, between beating Peace Walker and the past fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is the worst part of the series, no question.
Mm.
I fucking... It is the only part that I genuinely hate.
Yeah, it's really fucking horrible.
Yeah. Like, it has a nice atmosphere, I guess, and it's okay if you, like, keep the
Like
iPod
walking,
on.
I guess.
It's a bit more tolerable if you put the iPod on. Fucking remember when they put an iPod in MGS4 and you had to control it with the scroll wheel and everything?
Yeah, that was so dumb.
It was. I love you, Kojima.
Just confess your love.
Yeah, Death Stranding, that's going to be a thing. I don't know.
Norman Reedus and the Funky Vitas.
Oh, did I talk about how Mads Mikkelsen might be in that, maybe?
Who?
Ooh. Mads Mikkelsen, you know, Hannibal, and he's going to be the villain in Doctor Strange, and you've seen Casino Royale, right?
No.
Fucking hell. Watch Casino Royale. Not because of Mads Mikkelsen.
What's it called? The last one from is the only one I've seen all of.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Watch Casino Royale. It's actually the best action film ever made. I'm
Anime.
I said action film.
I know, I'm just saying, you can find much better. Like, that's why I don't like watching action films. I'm just like, it's like action in anime is just so much better.
Just watch the Raid then.
Okay.
Like, I don't mean like the action is the best. The action is quite good, but like I'm saying, the film around it is the best.
Okay, which would you rather? The action from that film, or a JoJo fight?
What?
Which would you rather watch? The action from Casino Royale, or a JoJo fight?
Well, frankly, most of the action in JoJo isn't very good, and it's more because, like, in part 3, most of it's just like, I caught you out. I'm gonna punch you a bunch now, or sword you a bunch now, or fucking Emerald Splash. I swear to God, Kakyoin, fucking use your stand properly.
Emerald Splash.
Like, Kakyoin, you can fucking mind control people. Stop just doing the dumb... Fuck it, who cares?
Yeah, we started a whole different podcast for this, and it came back to JoJo
30 years
anyway.
It was 30 years ago. I've got to let it go.
Yeah,
no, 25 years ago. Most action in JoJo is not particularly good. And that's why Araki sort of switches it up and goes for mind games after that. Part 5, everything in part 5 is just, hey, here's a crazy thing. Figure out how to deal with it somehow. So back to this podcast. Cut that out and put it in the other one, Kevin.
No.
I mean, yeah, I don't, obviously.
I love how I can't.
Go listen to.
We haven't even gotten to
everyone.
our weeks yet. Yeah,
we haven't.
No. So, yeah, let's finish the news there. Unless you want to talk about Pokemon for a second. Do you want to do that?
What
quickly?
was the Pokemon news again?
Like, Ether. The Ether Foundation.
Fucking, I haven't
shit
even
like
seen.
that.
Fucking.
Yeah.
I haven't even
it's pretty
seen
cool.
this.
There's a lot of questionable fan art of one of the characters. Yeah, let's move on to our weeks.
Oh, I've heard about the Oak cousin thing or whatever.
Yeah, that's. Apparently, there's a Pokemon Snap minigame.
Pokemon what?
So that's cool. There's a Pokemon Snap minigame
Oh yeah.
in Sun and Moon. Yeah, that's cool. So our weeks. Christian, can we just skip you because you've been talking about Nocturne on and off the entire podcast?
Just one thing.
Yeah.
One thing in particular.
Do you want to vent
Don't
about
say.
Q a little bit, or?
What? No, I don't want to talk about Q ever again because the final boss was the most broken thing in my entire life.
Okay, cool.
Why would you make a final boss weak to a status ailment?
I thought you didn't want to.
No,
talk about it.
I know. All right. I'm sidetracking, but that is the entire reason I won that boss. I was unprepared and I didn't want to prepare, so I looked up online, found out he was weak to panic, panicked him, and he just stood there hitting himself for 20 minutes.
Yes. Yeah. I've actually realized that we haven't been recording that long. We're at like 45 minutes, right?
40.
I panicked. What? Yeah, I panicked there. I don't know why. Kristen, you talk about Nocturne, whatever.
Alright. Basically, take Persona 3 and make it good, because I don't like the original version of Persona 3.
Yeah, no, it's not good. It's not particularly good. P3P is like I don't.
So much better.
Yeah, I didn't really hear any of that, but yeah, I agree. Yeah, I played the intro. It's a good intro. That's most of the story, also.
Yeah, there's no story in this game. It's just Demi-Fiend running around talking to demons.
Yeah, I mean,
Why didn't
has alignment stuff come up yet, or
nothing has come up? I'm just running around talking to demons. Dante showed up and then just left.
Chiaki and Izumu shown up again?
Isamu's dead, and Chiaki just fucked off after I talked to her.
Okay, because I kind of thought they were the Law and Chaos heroes.
I thought they were going to be... Well, yeah, I thought they were too, because I looked up online when you mentioned multiple endings. They are the means to the multiple endings, but for some reason, they're just not here for most of the story.
Yeah. SMT4 is way better about that. They're pretty much...
About having actual party members.
I mean, not even, because they just sort of... They're just an extra... They're AI controlled, and they only get one turn.
Oh, for God's... They didn't learn Persona 3.
No, but, like... They're basically irrelevant, and you only get one of them. It's randomly chosen, and they will very rarely get an attack in.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah. Whereas, like, you have a full party of demons, so yeah.
Oh, so they're with your party of demons?
Yeah, they are.
Oh well, then of course they're inconsequential.
Yeah, totally. But why can't I social link Isabeau? Kevin, how's yours?
My week.
Yeah.
Everything kind of slowed down because 50 year happened.
Cool. Still not playing any video games?
No, I'm planning to get back into Bravely Second because I do like it. I just don't have the time.
I haven't touched it
Because when I'm doing my homework, I can just throw on something. Like I can put on Atlanta, or some dubbed anime or something.
Oh yeah, do you want to talk about Atlanta?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
Yeah,
Atlanta.
Yeah.
Atlanta was pretty good.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's Donald Glover doing Donald Glover stuff about.
Yeah, Donald Glover being Donald Glover is great.
Yeah, I mean. Having seen his public persona become progressively just enigmatic nonsense since he left Community, I'm really happy to see him just do something.
Yeah, he feels very much like he was in Community in this, and I like that.
Yeah,
because I think he was really good in Community.
And
all right, guys. When the Demi-Fiend levels up, I get to upgrade one of his stats more than the rest. Which one should I pick?
That's
speed.
Well, what?
Always speed.
Kristen, here's the thing: in SMT, going for a balanced build does not work.
Oh yeah, I know. Like my magic stat is much higher than the rest of my stats. Yeah. I deliberately.
Then just go with whatever you're building for.
All right, sure.
But one thing I'm quite happy with is that Paperboy is a far more interesting character than just a standard charismatic rapper. They're having a whole identity crisis thing there, and I really like that. That's a good way to take that character. And Darius is comic relief so far. Maybe he'll get more serious. I kind of doubt it.
Yeah,
and he's playing. I don't know what these words mean, but he's playing L in Death Note apparently.
Oh. Oh shit! Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I'm gonna watch it.
He is the main antagonist.
Oh really?
Yeah, he's
What about
like,
Willem? What about Willem? Willem's playing someone, and Willem Dafoe is playing some character, and I'm watching it for that. It's like, oh, fucking anime, whatever. Put Willem Dafoe in it, and I'm on board.
Why is Willem Dafoe?
Because it's Western. Netflix are doing Death Note.
What?
Netflix are doing a Death Note movie.
Oh shit!
Oh,
I think I know who he
that
is. Oh, he's Ryuk. He's like the scary demon thing that gives him the Death Note.
Cool. Is that a good Willem role? Are we gonna see Willemisms?
I haven't seen a whole lot of Willem Dafoe, but looking at
Spider-Man 1. Just Spider-Man 1.
But looking at like
That's
some
the
of
quintessential
the images,
Willem film.
Kevin, you've never seen what's his name, Osborn in Spider-Man 1?
Oh no, I have, but it's been a long time.
Like you've been.
But from what I remember, like he seemed, I think he would be good as
the
it.
classic of video games, Beyond Two Souls.
Why was he? Just David Cage decided, hey, why don't I put Willem Dafoe in my
This week,
fucking
I
game?
ran into multiple people who liked Heavy Rain.
And then you just
Jason. Jason.
One person called Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls his favorite games.
that just hurts.
Yeah, it does. It really does. Because as someone who
Not good.
I want games like that, but those are not games.
Those are terrible games.
They don't have any meaningful choices. Like, okay, here is what makes a video game enjoyable. The meaning, it has to be the meaning of the choices to how frequently you're making them. That is how video games become enjoyable. You know?
Alright. Let me give you an example. In
Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls have nothing there.
This is something.
You are making choices constantly, and none of them mean a thing.
Yeah, it is basically Persona 4's dialogue. But basically,
like,
right? You know, Until Dawn. One of the choices is you kill a guy or you kill a woman. No matter which one you pick, the same person gets killed.
Yeah, Until Dawn's a lot better about it because it's just a better setup. It's a better setup for that kind of story.
Until Dawn is the cinematic horror game, right?
Yeah, it's a much better setup for a story like that, for a game like that than Heavy Rain or Beyond is. Detroit is. I'm looking forward to it because it's a David Cage game. It's a David Cage game. I'll watch it and get the same experience.
L'experience, don't play it twice.
Yeah, because like Cage can't get away with it anymore. Like he could get away with it with Omicron on the Dreamcast, because like there was nothing like that at all.
Alright, for Beyond Two Souls, that game did get shit, which is good because he deserves it.
Yeah, totally. And Heavy Rain, for the massive glaring problems that game has, there are parts that are okay.
Sean!
It has promise.
Sean! I can prove your innocence,
The
Ethan.
balloons, gotta get the balloons. The balloons, gotta get the balloons. The balloons, gotta get the balloons. The balloons, gotta get the balloons.
I know exactly which you're talking about.
Yeah.
I watched LG of Heavy Rain, and I just stopped after the third part because I just couldn't.
I got the whole way through. Oh. Heavy Rain is a murder mystery that just lies to you.
Yeah.
I've been playing Persona 2. And speaking of that, meaningful choices to frequency of choices thing, I'm not entirely sold on the speed of combat. Because you're loading in full. Because in Persona 3 and 4, with each party member, you load in their thing, and you just do it. It's very immediate.
Oh, right, I know exactly what you mean. You mean
Yeah,
like you have to make the choices first before it actually happens.
It's very immediate, and with weakness exploitation, like you will consistently be doing things. Whereas Persona 2 doesn't have it's pre-press turn, so there's no like extra turns for
PQ shit where you have to fucking pray that the enemy doesn't hit you, and pretty much like this is the
animations are nice. The way it has battles play out are really interesting because like it's on a plane and the characters will just move around in it.
Oh yeah, P2 are more or less completely different in terms of how battles mechanically
they
set
are
up.
They are far more different than Persona 3 and Persona 4 are, because like Persona 1 has first person dungeon crawling, which is dumb.
Well,
bad, and I'm glad they dropped it.
No, I'm gonna give P1 credit for something.
Oh.
In that dungeon crawling though, you had a really good map, and you could also every time you walked, and this wasn't an ability, you regenerated HP and SP. Like that wasn't even something you needed to get. That was something you did up.
Another thing combined with the slow speed of battle that is kind of like I'm not even done the first dungeon yet, but God, the random encounters. There's
high.
It's quite high. It's quite high.
That's pretty much true for fucking press turn SMT, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be dealt with. It's a turn of the millennium JRPG. You know, that's about as far as it goes. You know,
it's nice.
They're all
RPG.
like
What
that.
can you do about it?
They're all like that, pretty much.
Yeah,
like at least I'm not playing Final Fantasy X.
I'm never going to be able to play a turn-based RPG ever again after SMT.
Yeah, no. It is what got me on them, and like I go to other ones, it's like, oh, this is
not good.
No, it just doesn't feel as good because like within SMT, like the different takes on it even are still really interesting. Like TMS did it really well. I think it was a really good spin on that system, like unbelievably so. It just gets that wonderful immediacy, and Persona 5 looks to just have that perfect flow to it. Where have you seen the battle menu, Christian?
Yeah, it's
button for each.
Characters.
It's like a button. It's like a button for each.
A button for
command.
each. Like around.
Like no, it's like hit triangle for the attack menu, hit circle for the skills menu, and like yes.
Like that's going to confuse me at first, but then when I imagine when I learn it down, it's going to be really.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
I'm just going to be fucking pressing when I need to immediately.
It's going to be great. I can't wait, or I hope I can.
Never see it come.
I am quite worried that I genuinely can't wait. But I guess we'll see next week.
The shiny.
So,
Okay, it's back on.
Okay, yeah, Kevin stopped the recording there because he thought we were done, but we weren't. I got back to Fates for a little bit. I'm not sure I'm gonna keep going back though.
In my defense, someone walked into the room, so I had my attention just went away.
It's okay. I'll try finish Birthright at the very least. I don't know if I'll get Conquest and Revelation. Like I'm enjoying it, but I don't really like most of the characters at all. Especially fucking.
Gotta pet the waifu.
I mean, that's not in it.
Better be in Persona 5. Like,
it's still the way they do that is they still have the menu and it's still the model that you would be petting, but it doesn't let you pet it.
You just look at them.
Yeah, no, and it's really weird, and I don't really like it. That part.
It's what all relationships are like.
Yeah. Not that I know.
What? You lie to you.
What? Yeah.
We love.
And played some of Deus Ex. That's good. Feels a lot like Metal Gear, but Western and first person. It's good. I'm looking forward to playing Mankind Divided whenever I get to that, which will probably be next year. But yeah, that seems like as good a place as any to end it. We looking forward to anything? What are we looking forward to next week? Other than
watching Agony.
I mean, the Persona 5 soundtrack. Definitely, I am looking forward
Is that coming
to.
out next week?
The game is coming out next week
In Japan.
in Japan on Wednesday afternoon, which coincidentally is when I get my results.
He's going to be speaking Agony.
Soundtrack rips are probably going to be out by the time we record this again, hopefully.
Yep,
I don't know if I can wait that much.
We're not even going to be talking during the podcast.
We're just going to be jamming.
Yeah, we can do that. We can just
Yeah,
do,
it's going to jam.
Yeah,
instead
but
of a
wondering,
let's play, a let's listen.
is there any
Do
returning?
we actually want to do that?
No, shut up. Is there any returning singers for like Persona 5?
What do you mean?
Is there any? Well, who's the girl who sung the P3 and P4 songs?
No, they're different. It's Yumi Kawamura for P3 and Shihoko Hirata for P4.
All right, then is there any Lotus Juice for P5?
There is not so far.
Fuck.
But Lotus Juice wasn't in P4 vanilla
Well, yeah,
either.
but it brought him back and maybe happy.
Yeah, Yumi and Lotus Juice showed up in the anime and all the spin-offs, I want to say. So they will.
When I fought the boss for the first time in PQ, when I heard Lotus Juice rapping, I was like, yes.
Yeah, I don't think they'll appear in the main game. I'm looking. Lynn's good. I like her. It's good. Also, TGS, as we talked about earlier, that's going to have a near release date. I'm really looking forward to seeing what that is, and hopefully, it is not in February or in January. I'm hoping that's like way off in April. Because I'm looking forward to that game a lot. And they said they might release a demo, and I hope they do, because that would be enjoyable. That seems like it. Maybe by the next time we talk, the NX will be announced. Oh wait, who am I fucking kidding?
We can dream.
Yeah, if the NX is announced, I'll buy Persona 5.
You're gonna buy Persona 5 anyway.
Shut up. I mean the Japanese one.
You were gonna do that anyway
Also,
too.
I mean, maybe. We'll see next week. We'll see a lot next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting time for you.
Yes, the next 5 months will be a very turbulent time. Maybe I will have finished JoJo Part 6, hopefully. We'll talk about that here rather than the other podcast, because that's for anime people.
And we need to pour all of them. Every single one. None shall be spared.
So, if you're into the anime, there's a new podcast we're doing soon. That's going to be up in...
Plug.
That's going to be up next week too.
Trash talk.
Yeah. Trash
Are
talk.
we doing it? Are we doing it bi-weekly?
No, yeah, we are doing it bi-weekly.
Okay.
Because
so
we ended it
bi-weekly.
with saying it was bi-weekly.
Yeah, I know.
So
I know.
we're kind of
But I was
Doing
just
now.
confused.
for at least one
it's
episode.
a bi-weekly
it's bi-weekly.
anime podcast that Reidy and I are
As of
doing.
now. It might be
It
It
weekly.
may change to weekly.
It's time.
It's fucking half an hour a week, Christian.
Yeah, but a
What
half
did
an
you-
hour is half
Christian,
an
what
hour
did you
is
say?
study time.
He's saying, oh, he's leaving cert student wasting his time.
Christian, shut the fuck up. You're playing Nocturne as we speak.
Yeah, but I studied and didn't work today.
Oh shit.
You kind of have to, you know.
Yeah, I know. I'm doing some too, Christian. Half an hour to an hour a week isn't gonna murder me, like.
I have one piece of work I need to do before Thursday.
Yeah.
No shit.
That's it.
Getting 40 years do work now. That's what someone told me.
I just have to write about Pablo Escobar, so I'm just gonna...
Watch Narcos.
Yeah, I'm just gonna watch Narcos. And then, yeah. And yeah. So, goodbye.
Goodbye,
That dragged
people.
on. That was good though. That was a good
Yeah.
one though.
Good.
See you next week.
Bye.
No shame, no shame, when the chains still phrase. Every mother will show you